Attorney Jerome Payne. Live TV talk on your digital device on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. Download the SVP TV app right now. Check us out every Tuesday on Comcast Cable, Channel 17, 8:30 p.m. And we are live every Friday on Facebook Live, 6 o'clock in the evening. You've got a question, our attorneys have the answer. So let's talk law with Attorney Daryl O'Neill on the SVP TV network.
Welcome to Talking Law with Daryl O'Neill. I'm your host. I got my main man with me, back with me.
What's
Jerome.
going on, Daryl?
Hey,
I'm glad to be back too, brother.
Yeah, another
Yes,
day in the neighborhood. Man, I had my man Mike on here last week before last.
Okay.
And he did a nice little political rundown on the politics, trying to get those things, see how we talk really about because Mike's really big into those things.
Yeah,
we were able to talk to him about these challenges that the new sheriff has, the challenges that the new mayor are going to have, the challenges that even the city council, the Shelby County Commission is going to have when they walk in.
Okay.
So that's
interesting.
Yeah. So, and next week we're going to do a show on corporations and setting your businesses up.
Oh, wow. That's
so,
good, Daryl. That's good.
If you are thinking about it or you want to do something like that, make sure you tune in next week, and we'll answer any questions. We'll talk about that.
Hey, man, you can't beat that.
So we're gonna finish up. We had a segment before on bankruptcy, so we want to finish that segment up and then close out and go to another segment. Gotta give our shout outs.
For sure.
Shout outs to California. Shout outs to Little Rock, Arkansas. Shout outs to West Memphis, Arkansas. Shout out to Memphis, Shelby County. Shout out to the great state of Missouri, and I'm still gonna give a shout out to Mississippi too.
All right, gotcha. What about the great state of Tennessee? There, I really do love Memphis. I think Memphis has just not reached its full potential. Sitting here down on the bluff, got a great riverfront, great teams, and I don't know why everybody's not excited about this city there. I just do. I just can't understand it.
You know what? I tell you, man. City life is different, man.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I like Memphis.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with Memphis. I mean, it's the biggest. It's the biggest little city that exists.
That's right.
And people like Detroit, L.A. I'm not L.A. because that's Detroit, Atlanta, Chicago. I'm sorry, not Chicago, because Detroit, Atlanta, St. Louis. Those type of people will call us country here in Memphis.
Oh, really?
And there is more people in Memphis than Atlanta, Detroit.
That's right.
And St. Louis.
And many people in Chicago actually came out of Memphis.
Because we got two here.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
We got two here. So then shout out to my wife. Shout out to Jerome's wife.
Gwen.
All right. So Jerome wanted to talk about, this is the time of the year that we have a lot of people that commit suicide, a lot of people that have this time of the year and during the Christmas time.
No question.
Those are the times, and I don't know what it is about this summer sunlight that causes that, but we know a lot of it comes from financial scenarios.
No question about it, Daryl. But the thing about it though, it's just like a heart attack, it's just like a stroke, it's just like some kind of medical emergency. There are financial warning signs as well.
I like
that people should not ignore. And Daryl, our people, we are some unique people. But sometimes we can just put our heads in the sand and cause stuff to snowball that should not have snowballed. Like, foolish questions, foolish statements like, "No news is good news." I
don't even know what that means.
Look, if I don't know about it, nothing's happening. But that's
if I don't know about it, it can't be bad.
It can't be bad because I don't know about it. But that's the very time that you're going to get the knock on the door at 5 o'clock in the morning with the man serving papers on you. And so don't ignore certain things. And a lot of things too. There is that we are a prideful people. You know,
We really are, and I agree with you on that.
We don't want everybody to know our business. You know, and so sometimes we just keep things shut up inside of us that really have really easy explanations for and ways to get it resolved. So one thing, Daryl, is that if your paycheck is being garnished,
something ain't right.
Don't ignore that.
Yeah.
And and one thing too, Daryl, I noticed too that a lot of people don't get pay stubs anymore. Most people get their checks now electronically.
Yeah. I refuse to do that. Right. I guess at some point I'm gonna have to do something.
Well,
like
I get the same issue from the trustee's office. They want me to go electronic, but I'm old school. I want to feel. I want to
write that check. I want to feel that. I want to feel that money,
feel
boy.
the paper in my pocket.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm not afraid of somebody garnishing or levying on my stuff, and I don't even know it.
Right.
And so, if your paycheck is being garnished, that's a financial warning, Daryl.
Well, your paycheck, and here's the thing: if your paycheck is being garnished and you don't know about it, or you figure out that your paycheck is being garnished, you have failed miserably. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I say that, Jerome. You have got served with a lawsuit.
Oh, for sure.
And you got it. But you chose not to go to the court. Or if you decided to go to court, you chose to say, I agree, Your
I
Honor.
agree. Well, the other thing, too, is you cannot depend on the creditor to make the announcement for you.
No.
Because when I call, Mr. Payne, when I called them, they saying they have to show up. Of course they told you not to show up, because the judge only hears one side of the story. There's always at least three sides to every story there. There's the creditor side, there's the debtor side, and then there's the judge's side. And so the judge is the one who finally
That's the only one that matters.
That's the one that matters.
That's the only one that matters there.
So you don't show up, and now you got this big judgment that you didn't know anything about, because remember, no news.
I'm not certain, because, complacency, apathy, things of that nature is common.
No question about it.
And the problem with that is, like you said, Jerome, if your check is being garnished, and again, you probably don't like my language because
you were kind of rough there.
But you have failed miserably. I mean, I don't see it any other way, man.
Right.
I mean, the real reason I say it, because you have gotten served with a lawsuit. Yeah. You made a conscious decision not to go to the court, not to fight it.
True.
So if somebody is suing you for $25,000, right?
Right.
And they say, hey, you need to show up here in the court. First thing you need to do is, you got served with a notice of a lawsuit. You need to spend money to get a consultation.
Absolutely.
I mean, to me,
actually, the consultation is free, isn't it?
Some places.
Some places, yeah.
Most of these types of cases, when you're being sued.
Oh, yeah, it's a different story.
It's a different story.
Oh, I got you.
And
but yours there is only $150, isn't it?
No, $100. And it's been $100, Jerome. Check this out.
I know,
for
man.
15 years.
The cheapest consultation in the entire city.
15 years it's been $100. And here's the thing. And then here's on top of that.
Okay.
You spend that $100, and then you decide to retain my services. I deduct the $100.
Then you get credit for the.
I'll give you credit for the $100.
Goodness.
So
you cannot beat that, Daryl.
Yeah, I mean, and so, but if you're getting ready to get sued for $20,000 or $25,000, you need to get some advice.
That's exactly right.
I mean, if getting $25,000 judgment against you, or $20,000 or $10,000 judgment against, ain't no big deal. Can I come work for you?
For sure.
I mean,
and there another thing is too, is that it's for certain, if your check is going to be garnished, they're going to get more than $100 out of your check.
No doubt.
Because at least 25% of your check is dedicated to something or someone who does not live at that address with you.
Right.
So, and I don't know many people who can stand to have that kind of money going to another
Yeah.
location
Oh,
from
no.
where they live there.
No. And so I mean, and again, the only lawyer I hate, and I hate this lawyer with a passion.
Right.
You know, I despise this lawyer. That's Google.
Google.
I mean, and everybody, Google AI has messed up a whole lot of people,
No
including
question.
lawyers and judges.
No question about it.
You know, because it's neat.
Yes.
It'll give you something neat as a mug, man. But again, that's not legal advice.
It's not.
And even if it gives you legal advice, and you're a corporation, say you're being sued for $20,000, you're a corporation, you get legal advice from Google, guess what you can do with it? Nothing.
Nothing. That's absolutely
Because you
right.
can't represent the corporation. You
That-
can't represent, you know, so, and you can't represent you, because the corporation is an entity.
That's exactly right.
So you can't represent them, you got to hire somebody.
Yes, that's
So
exactly
whatever
right.
information you got is irrelevant.
So there are also, now we know that your paychecks are being garnished,
Uh-huh.
and there said that you have failed.
So really, yeah.
But there, you have spent all your entire life trying to save up money, and now you have purchased a home. Probably, it may be the first one in your family who has been able to buy a home. So now you're behind on the mortgage, and you're sitting there knowing that you've not paid the mortgage in 2, 3, 4, 5 months, and believing that the Lord's going to come in or somehow or another and get that mortgage resolved.
Right.
Then I agree with you there. You failed miserably.
Now see, and again, I'm glad that, so now we're going to different. If you fall behind on your mortgage, I think you need to be doing something. Okay, I do agree with you. You need to be doing something.
Okay.
But man, life is a mug, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Oh, no question.
You know, again, how many people, and you don't know this because you know you're removed from this,
Right.
but how many people are one paycheck from being bankrupt?
Why am I removed from that?
Because I ain't gonna do. Okay, I can miss a whole lot of paychecks before I go bankrupt.
Well, it won't be one paycheck, but I'm not going to be out there very long not getting a paycheck though. There,
Dog, so I ain't trying to be no, but if I miss, because again, I believe in rainy day funds.
I got you.
You know, and
Yeah.
most lawyers, you know, think that
of course.
they have thought that process. So that's why I said that.
I see.
You know.
Okay, all right.
But man, the most people are one. I don't care if they're making $100,000 a year.
True.
They have maxed themselves
True.
a lot of times.
True.
And you know, so they're one paycheck away from anything
True.
that happens.
I
So
follow
they
you.
lose their job, they get sick, they go through a divorce. Any of those things, man,
follow
are,
you.
you know. So I get the fall behind on your mortgage,
I follow you. I follow.
but the
also-
foreclosure being threatened.
Well, anyway, there. Let's talk about. I mean, how many can I miss before?
That's probably 3 or 4.
That's what I think. Too,
Yeah, it's
maybe.
3 or 4. And then they're calling you too, Jerome. They're calling you and saying, hey, look, you know, you want to work this out?
You mean to tell me the creditor is actually calling me and asking me,
Because
can I
banks
work it
don't
out?
want to own houses. Banks don't want to own no house. They don't. I mean, even a city, when they try to get you for tax sale,
Right.
they are, man, they are sending you all kinds of information.
And saying, almost saying, begging you, please.
Dude, call us up. Make a payment arrangement. I just don't want to be bothered with that.
Right.
You know, so, you know.
So you're just sitting there with your head in the sand
Yeah.
and praying and what? And your family is looking at you because many times they don't really know what's going
Right.
on, you know. But if you are behind on your mortgage, start working on a plan.
Yeah.
If you don't see yourself, so you lost your job, and you don't see yourself getting gainful employment within 3 months, it's time to talk to somebody.
And you can, and Jerome, again, we're talking about these things that happen. But man, if you lose your job due to no fault of your own,
Right.
and now you get an unemployment, you know, or something,
Or something,
you know,
yeah.
you probably are going to qualify for unemployment. So you get unemployment, that's enough to put together a plan.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And there.
What about your vehicle, Jerome?
Most, before we move there, most bankruptcy lawyers do have a free consultation there.
Yeah.
You
I do
can
know
always, you can always just about talk to a bankruptcy lawyer to sit down and see if it's time. It may not be time yet, but at least you got a plan. There, poor planning, proper planning prevents poor performance. All right? So now, ask me again about my car being gone.
Yeah, I mean, so and then now your car is repossessed.
What?
Now think about that. Do you know how bad it is if you fall behind on your mortgage and your car, or your mortgage or your car? Either one of those things.
Oh my God.
Is the way you get to work
Devastating.
is your car.
It's devastating,
Man.
because the public transportation in Memphis, Tennessee is horrendous.
So, dog, you in St. Louis, you don't need a car.
Oh, really? 'Cause
trains. They got the train stations.
That's
they
right.
got the bus stations.
Well, you don't
and
have
you're
that.
running north and south, east and west.
You don't have that in Memphis.
Yeah.
And they're still trying to get it right, and they're working on it. But you're probably going to start missing some days, some work.
Yeah.
Well, you're already in trouble,
Right.
first of all,
Right.
because your car note has not been paid in at least 2 to 3 months.
It's probably 3 or 4 months.
Two as well.
Yeah.
Again, because what?
They don't want. They don't want that car back.
Car people do not.
They
want
can't get the
your
value.
car
They can't get.
back.
They cannot get the value by repossessing it.
So again, take some action, people. And there, but we see the same thing in the political world too. There, people have buried their hands in the sand. They won't show up to vote. I mean, you can have all kind of rallies and stuff, and then only 35% of the people will turn out to vote.
Yeah.
But then 90% of folks complain.
Yeah, but Jerome, I get that part, but that's a different dynamic, and that dynamic is, look, there was a time that people that look like us, even though we were authorized to vote, we still couldn't vote. You had to take the test.
True.
How many M&Ms in this jar?
True.
True. How many jelly beans? Just you have to take.
And how many bubbles would this soap create?
Yeah. You had to take the test before you could, actually vote.
True that.
Or if you figured it out and you were able to,
you're right.
And you're right, then they hung you.
Right.
Or they start beating you up. So I mean, if I can't dissuade you this way, I'm gonna dissuade you another way.
A no-win situation. But there is something that you can do to prevent. You might even be able to call your creditors and say, hey, look, this is what's going on. As you notice, my history has shown that I'm paying my note on time. But can I have maybe just a reprieve for maybe a month or two? Or can I put 2 or 3 notes on the back end? All those things. See, people have this in their minds that creditors are monsters. And they can be.
They can be.
Some of them are. But at least if you got a pretty good record, it's no way in the world you're telling me that they won't try to work with a person who has been consistently paying their payments on time. So again, you got to do some action. Creditors or debt collectors are suing. You got all kinds of look, because I don't know, there. To me, I call it like a feeding frenzy. It just seems like once one creditor comes
once
in,
it's going down. Now that one was out. Now, what does it say? No news. Good. No. When that's saying right there, when it's going bad for real.
So no.
I believe in 100%, man. Once. My father used to say, because trying not to cuss.
Right.
When the fit hit the sham,
Right.
it's gonna
It's
be
on.
rough. Yeah.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
And so that's exactly. I don't know if the creditors are all working together or what, but it seems like once one come at you, they're all
they knocking on the door.
And then and we talk about it too. We're kind of funny, like. The straw that broke the camel's back is now you got 3-4 creditors coming at you all at one time. So you have to take off from work, go down to General Sessions Court, stand in the long line, hit the judge, give you this long story about trying to represent yourself.
You gonna get it. You gonna get that spill, Yeah.
And so that's the kind of thing we're talking about. And there, look. How many times have we been on the air there telling people to call and we won't answer any question, no matter what we're talking about. Yet the phone, what?
No, it ain't ringing.
Stays silent.
Yeah, yeah.
So, all right.
And that's free.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, and I get probably 3 emails a day. Usually it's 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm getting them. But I get 3 emails a day where somebody is telling me their story and saying, you know, can I give them a call for a consult? And my normal response to all those emails is call my office,
right.
Schedule an appointment.
Right.
There's gonna be a $100 consultation fee.
And you see, and you could have called during the show.
Man, hang in there. Just call. You know, wait on Friday. You see the show on, or you just chime in. Look, everybody that even is aware that we do a show.
Oh yeah.
They should tell all their family members whenever something is going by. Yo. You know, they come on the show. Let's wait till Friday, dog. You ain't even got to pay no consultation fee.
That's good.
You know, you get some free legal advice, man. You be good to go.
That's good.
You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, but people don't take advantage of it.
And so another thing too is now you're using one credit card to pay on another credit card, and you're using the credit card to pay on a loan, and so you're snowballing this problem that could have been resolved while it was still just a snowball.
Yeah,
you know,
was that robbing Peter to pay Paul?
Right, that's exactly right. That's it. And so that's the kind of thing that's what we're talking about. These are warning signs that maybe you are in above your head. The water is, you're going down for the 3rd time, dude.
Yeah. And I don't know, and maybe I'm wrong, and somebody can educate me. I believe that you can get a nice place to rent, right? I don't know, maybe $800 or $1,000.
Probably so.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Well, you know, $1,000, you can get a $100,000 home. And actually, you can get a $100,000 home, and instead of paying $1,000, what you're paying in the rent, you can probably get that home for about $700.
About $750 or something like that.
$750, you know, and you know, that's a cheap.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
And you are building up equity in the home. You know, and I always talk about how these collection and purchasing things matter. How the more you pay on a long-term debt, the more ownership you gain and more the creditor loses. You see? And so at some point, you're going to own this item rather than living in a place 15, 16, 20 years. And then when the owner sells the property, you got to pack up and move. And then you're going to call me and say, they're not giving me enough time. How many times have you had that, Darryl?
You know,
I can't do this. I can't do this in 30 days. I've been here 15 years.
Or they'll say, man, you know, I can't afford my mortgage anymore. What do I do? Dog, you need to file bankruptcy.
You need to at least have the discussion.
Or you need to, I said, maybe I shouldn't say file it.
Yeah.
You need to be considerate.
That's right.
You definitely need to be
That's
considerate.
right, Darryl, because, and we want people to know as we get a little bit closer to the end of the show, okay, so your business debts are beginning to threaten your personal finance. You know, a lot of time, and we're going to talk about this next week, Darryl, about going into business, corporations, sole proprietorships, LLCs, INCs, and those other kinds of things. But remember, when you're in business to make money.
Yeah. You got to have, you know, and we'll talk about that, man, but nobody wants to put together a plan.
That's right.
And you can't ever get into business without a plan.
That's right.
At least that's my thought.
That's right. And so sometimes brothers and sisters, they're churning money. You know, I know I got to be making some money because what? I got it all in my hand here. You know, but that's not a sign of that you are making money.
Not a sign.
It means that you're handling money.
Yeah.
And usually it's because you're not doing a couple of things. You're not paying your payroll taxes.
Yeah.
You're not paying your the taxes.
Yeah,
that you-
SUDA, FUDA, and all that other
I mean,
stuff.
that comes to your business.
Right, right.
You're supposed to, what you call that when they, excise taxes, you know, when somebody purchases something so much of it.
Oh, those are for goods.
Yeah,
yeah. That's
yeah.
not for us.
No, that's not for us. But yeah, I'm
if
talking
you
about
selling
people,
goods.
I'm talking people who in
trinkets.
business.
Yeah, you selling trinkets.
Right.
If you're
And so-
selling things like or fish and food,
That's
and
right.
things of that nature, then
That's
you have you have a sales a different type of sales
That's
tax.
exactly
Yeah.
right. So you got to be
It's not
very,
high, but you do have it though.
you got to be very careful about those things because what you're doing is you're taking money from your household, putting it in what you believe is a profitable business, and so eventually they both are going to collapse on you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay if your business collapse, but you don't want your household to
That's
collapse.
exactly
Yeah.
right.
And again, if you have made a bad decision, and we'll talk about that in a business, stop, wind it up, move on,
And there
find
are-
something next.
I tell people all the time, we love entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
America is a capitalistic society.
Oh, yeah.
We want you to take,
Oh.
and that's why, there is a different method for a business debtor than it is for a consumer debtor. Did you know that?
I did know
That
that.
business debtors can almost have a free walk into the court and walk away debt free.
Oh, yeah.
But consumers will catch HE double hockey stick trying to get rid of debt.
Yeah.
So we encourage people to take the plunge.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you're losing sleep because you simply cannot see a way out of your financial situation.
Woo! And that's rough.
Man.
And again, but Jerome, we talk about this all the time. When those types of things happen, you can't really freak out.
No.
I mean,
No.
everybody wants to freak out, but you can't freak out.
Right.
You're gonna have to really, sit down, have a come to Jesus meeting with yourself.
That's exactly right.
And then you're gonna have to, at that point, you're gonna have to reach out to somebody that's a professional in that area.
That's exact. First is when you're waiting to exhale, you want to take a deep breath. Don't panic. Panicking will not help. Financial problems can often be addressed.
I think so, Jerome. I mean, you have the creditors, you have the landlords, you have the mortgage companies that will be hard-nosed with you.
That's
And
true.
They won't do whatever.
That's true.
But for instance, if you are really drowning with your mortgage, you can fill out paperwork.
That's right.
And basically get a reduction in your mortgage.
That's right.
But when you, what's that called, Jerome? A loan modification.
Loan mod.
But when you start working to get that modification done, the mortgage company will send you around in circles.
That's true.
They will send you around in circles. And the easiest way to take care of that is their 800 number that you call this 800 number.
You talked about that.
You call this 800 number and give them your loan modification information because they'll give you a loan modification number. Give them that. Tell them what people you're dealing with. Dude, they'll pick the phone up and call them, and they answer them.
That's exactly
and they
right.
tell you, when you answer them, they tell what specifically you need to finish your modification.
That is exactly right. And but then when you're working with somebody who understands the system, they will make sure that each time that you respond, you will send the same package over and over again. So they can't say that we didn't get X, Y, and Z.
And I didn't know that, Jerome.
You didn't?
I learned that.
Okay.
That you can't just send.
No,
So
no.
when they send you a notification saying that we need this, we
No.
need this, you can't just send
No.
that because then they're gonna call you back and say we need this. And you be
Yes.
like, wait a minute, I already sent that.
No, you send it
Every time.
every single time, and you put your loan number on every piece of paper that you send in. And then don't ignore it. Don't ignore letters. Don't ignore lawsuits. Don't ignore garnishments. Don't ignore foreclosures. Don't repossessions, because the foreclosures notices rarely disappear by themselves.
Rarely. They don't disappear. Rarely to it. They don't disappear. The only way they're going to disappear is you do some kind of proactive something.
That's true.
Yeah.
So get advice early.
Right.
The earlier you seek advice, the more options you may have. And then bankruptcy is not the only tool. It depends on your circumstances. Possible solutions may include negotiation, payment arrangements, debt restructuring, bankruptcy, foreclosure prevention, consumer protection, and business planning, the important thing to know is which tool fits your problem.
And Jerome, I think you hit that on the head. I mean, the reality of it is, look, why use a sledgehammer when you can use a hammer?
I know where you're going. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, and so if you can negotiate with them on your own, that's the simple hammer.
Exactly.
But if you can't and they ain't doing nothing to help you out, then you have a sledgehammer,
that's exactly,
which is bankruptcy.
That's exactly right.
So anyway, all right. Look, we said all that to say this. These are tough times.
That's right.
I think our economy, and this is not a Republican, Democrat, whatever. This is reality.
That's right.
Our economy is bad right now, and everybody hurting. There's a whole lot of people out here hurting.
That's
right. But if you're hurting, a couple things: don't freak totally out.
That's right.
And there's options that you have. Talk to somebody and get you a plan.
That's right.
And hopefully that'll put you on the right track.
That's right.
All right, y'all. Thank you for watching the show.